remember I went out for dinner, and I was with my cousins and that. And I remember my phone rang. It was like private number. I never answered private number. So, who's
bailiff.
Bailiffs.
I went, hello? Is this Jermain? I said, yeah. Who's this? Drake. I said, I thought it was Aaron Lennon.
Yo, Jermain, fam. Wagwan.
So I played it cool, innit? I played it cool on the phone. Yeah, cool, yeah. Put the phone down. I couldn't believe it.
They say you screamed,
Welcome to the show, Premier League legend. People say I say the word legend too much. This is a Premier League legend, Jermain Defoe.
Come on.
Quick question. Have you got that shirt?
Nah.
Do you want to buy that shirt? It's available now. £55. You want to buy it?
I thought it was get one free, no?
This one is business. Just this one. The next one you can get free.
I like it though.
You could buy 10 though.
Steph will buy it for me.
Steph, get on your phone now. Filthyfellas.com. 10. If you don't buy 10, it means JD's run out of peas.
But we were talking about how a lot of young players now play with their socks way down with a tiny little shin pads.
Mad.
You can't really tackle the way you used to, so you might as well have the freedom. But that reminds me of when Javier Mascherano once flew a tackle in, round the back, from behind, whatever. Hooked Jermain Defoe down on the edge of the box.
What did Jermain do?
What did Jermain Defoe do in revenge?
Little nibble. I warned him.
Did you?
I told him, because you know what? See that fixture, obviously I left West Ham, went to Tottenham. So I remember early in the game, like he smashed me and I thought, okay. But I knew it was coming. And I remember saying to him, I said, you know what? I said, do that again. Because he tried to hurt me. I don't mind if you smash me and you win the ball, no problem. So I remember I said to him, do that again. And because I was fired up anyway, because I was getting a lot of stick from the West Ham fans.
Of course you were.
So I remember
Rightly so.
he done me from behind. So he done me from behind and I just saw red.
Whoa.
I lost it. Yeah, pause.
You gotta remember that.
Check your shoulders. You gotta check your shoulders here.
But ain't it mad though that that's like modern era, like not that long ago, and you that's 2 red cards. That was 2 yellow cards that game.
Yeah.
1 tackle from behind, 1 bite. It was 2 yellow cards.
To be fair, I did panic. When I did it, you know, when you just see red. When I done that, I thought, you know what, I'm off.
Has anyone else bit someone?
I said this, remember, I don't know if you remember the story years ago, but I said if I was in a headlock and the dick was near me.
Oh, brother.
Yo.
That's not what I bit. I didn't bite that.
We're not usually like this.
That's not
Jay.
what I
I'm
bit.
saying I will do it, bruv, if I have to get out of it. You get what I'm saying, Margs? Margs?
I'm not spudding you for that. I'm not spudding
So
you.
you're biting it?
Yeah, if I have to get out of the headlock, I'm buying it.
Nah, I'm collapsing. Kill me. I'm dead. I'm dying.
How bad is the headlock though?
Yeah, I'm blacking out.
Bruv, we accept you, but them stories ain't for mixed company, man.
Okay, cool.
We're talking to a man who is guilty of head loss on occasion.
Do you think?
As a striker, I would say you had an inordinate number of red cards.
Me?
What, you got a lot of red cards.
Early on.
And you argued a lot.
But you know what though? I always say to people, you know, if you take that fire away, you're not the same player. I don't know. Say like Wayne Rooney, for example. Ian Wright was the same. You hear Wright say all the time now, like he was angry. But I think you need that fire. If you take that away, like you're different players.
So did you need a beef on the pitch?
Yeah,
then?
always.
Did you make up your own beefs?
I'll just argue with anyone.
I hear it.
Bro, we played against Man United. I can't remember what year it was. At the Lane. I scored after 40 seconds overhead kick. I don't know if you remember.
Of course we remember. I don't know.
So I remember the whole game. Me and Vidic was going at it. Like he was giving. So he must have hit me with his tackle. Yeah, he was ready. You know, certain defenders you're like, oh whatever, but he was like, what? Yeah. He was ready in that. So I said to him, what? I said, okay, cool. I said, stay in London tonight then. I said, what? This is London. You I said, stay in London tonight then.
Jesus.
Man's giving him after the game.
He said to me, I'm having banter with him. He said, my friend, you talk too much. You come up to my like this. Stop speaking. Like. He was certain defenders. You can give it to them, but he was ready. But you need that sort of. You need them arguments. Yeah, you need it.
Jay, so what? When you used to say to people, like, do it again. Did it usually work? Because it seems like it doesn't work.
Do it again. Alright, cool.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. No, but I think I've heard loads of players say it. I've heard Thierry say it about sometimes players talk about people kicking them. They liked it. And even now, I'm coaching the academy at Tottenham, and there's a few of the young boys. You see them in training, and then you see them they're quite laid back and stuff. And then one of the coaches will say something to them, and they play better. They train better.
So how does it work when you need anger and then you got a strike partner like Berber who's like
calm?
He's high.
Calm. This guy's coming training every day. Remember, you get up in the morning, just put a tracksuit on. I just come put my tracksuit on, and like Berber will come in, leather jacket, jeans, shoes.
Maybe but that means there's something wrong with him then.
Yeah. Every day he was dressed. I say to Berber, where you going after training? Like every day this guy was sharp.
Look good, play good, man.
Who was the best manager of being like, okay, Jermain needs this, Berber needs this, like...
What you talk about, like man managing?
Yeah, just like, but also the different personalities on the same day. Like, say you lot have got West Ham, say you Tottenham at West Ham, and you're going, right, some players need to be calm. Ledley needs to keep a cool head, but Jermain, we need to fire Jermain up.
Ledley was always cool. But I wasn't one of those players that need motivating. I was always motivated. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't one of those players, like I said before, about in training, the manager had to say to me, oh, come on. I was always ready to train. And I think a lot of times you can lead that from the change rooms anyway. You know, like if someone's messing about, I could say to them, oh, come on. Sometimes the manager doesn't need to do that. But I think when you talk about like man managing, like understanding the group and knowing how to deal with individuals, I think Harry was the best.
Lippy does Jermain Defoe, by the way.
Swear.
Yeah, that's Jermain Defoe.
One of the best Premier League strikers of all time. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Just finish your food. Don't worry, it's coming. Just finish your food. We're helping you digest it. That's
Brother,
why.
you lot are wet. I'm outside, bro. I'm ready. I came here prepared. I got my cousins with me. I see you got a couple man with him, yeah.
Oh my days.
There was a rumour, because obviously we grew up in the same youth teams and
God.
Well, you lot
Do you remember him?
You know him from before, yeah? All right.
Come on.
One time. Come on.
What, do you remember him from the youth team?
Yeah.
Just checking.
Boys Paquette and all the boys and all that. Anyway, but people did used to say that in training, you was a savage. Like you would like score, celebrate goals in training. Like, so going to what you were saying about you didn't have to be motivated.
No.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't think that. I think there's no other way. Some players, you see them, they train, and you think you don't want to be in their team, but they come match day, they're on it. Because at Tottenham, Gareth Bale, day before the game, never used to train. He would do the warm up, and then we used to play like a OV Young game, and then he would just step out and he would just watch it. But I knew the next day he'll be on it. Then you get other players in training that you think, wow. Like if I sign for a new club, I've seen players, certain players, and I think, who's this player? He should be playing, or why is he not playing? Come match day, it's completely different. You don't see them. So
The crowd.
I think for me, I just enjoyed every training session, goals, everything.
So what, did JD like megs you? Did he spin you? What happened when you...
Nah, he was good. He was alright, man.
Was he good, yeah?
Him and Leon Knight, to be fair.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Him and
Yeah,
Knight.
90.
It was him and 90. Forget Bent. That was the I don't know. You made that one up, but the original one was.
Now it's forget Ben, yeah, because he forgot you. Forget Ben.
That energy weren't here when you were sitting here.
Yeah, Leon was top. Because you know what? Growing up though, I remember so it was like Ledley, and I think it was like JT, older. Then it was like me and Leon Knight.
Senrab, we're talking.
Right, Senrab, that come on the scene. And then what happened was, we went, yeah, exactly, East. And then we went to a place called Lillishall. So we got a scholarship, England Schools of Excellence, yeah? So growing up, because it was always me and 90, from the age of since we were like 10. So when we went to Lillishall, as far as we were concerned, listen, when you think about London, me and 90 are the best players, right? Then I saw Joe Cole.
Bruh.
Then I was like,
North.
raw.
He's an idiot. See that?
I saw Joe Cole, right, when he was 15, and I was like, phew, never seen anything like it in my life.
I hear that a lot, man.
With you and Leon, yeah, like in a lot of ways, like I associate you because you were from that same generation and you knew each other in the same teams and that. At what point did you feel like he was ahead of you? Did you feel like you were ahead of him?
Never looked at it like that.
Oh, really?
I never focused on anyone else. Even when I was at clubs, I never really focused on, I don't know, like Berbatov or Robbie Keane or Paolo Di Canio. I always focused on me. Because I thought, if I can bring my best version, then when it came to finishing, if I got chances, I always backed myself. And when I was 16 at West Ham, we used to do crossing finishing in training. And Harry ran at me to say, that's how you finish. To the first team players, I was only 16. So
do you think players don't know how to finish anymore? Do you think there's a limited number of players? Because I look at your finishing. I've heard you speak to Troy on your podcast, and the way you talk about like backlift, the way you talk about just like late runs and everything, I feel like there's a lack of strikers that think about finishing the way that your generation did.
No, it's different now. When you think about number 9s, and I'm talking about that hunger to score goals, like in training, that repetition every day. Like when I was at West Ham and we'd finish training, everyone's walking in, all the boys are going in the gym doing all their stuff, and I'll still be outside. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I was lucky. To be fair, I was lucky because I had Wrighty there. Because when I signed for West Ham, Wright was just come towards the back end of his career, blah, blah. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get as much from Wright as possible. So even if he's here for like for half the season, I'm going to, because he left then, I think he went to Nottingham Forest, remember?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get as much from Wright as possible in terms of like my movement, my finishing, all that sort of stuff. Because all I did was I just watched Wright every day in training. And then we used to do a lot of finishing together. And we used to talk about goalkeeper positions, all the backlift stuff. I think that came natural. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of like the movement and understanding where to be in a box and taking my chances, all that sort of stuff, everything's from Wrighty.
Back then, if you didn't get 20 goals, you was a failure, like as a striker, right? If you didn't get goals, you was that was what you was, not you as a player, but as a striker in that time. Nowadays,
You think that was the case back then?
Yeah,
100%. But nowadays, strikers are judged more on the work they do, the shutting down.
Well, Michael Owen said it, didn't he? Michael Owen said the other day, it was a big statement what he said. He said, like years ago, I felt like, to come through and actually get into the first team, especially as a forward. And remember, I'm small and you're the focal point of the team, So when you think about goals, like that's the hardest thing to do in a game, is to score, right? So away from all of that, you have to be strong because your back's the goal. You got all that sort. Your whole game has to be at that sort of level to play in the Premier League. Nowadays, it's almost like you have to be an athlete first and then a footballer. But back then, no, you have to be a footballer first, and then the athlete stuff that comes.
Do you think they got it easier then?
I won't say they got it easier.
Look at Hoyland, not scoring.
Scoring the Champions League, man. Relax.
Yeah.
But the pressure's getting worse every week though for him.
But back then, you're judged on goals. That's it. Centre forwards, you're judged on goals. They say forward players. So whether you're like a number 9 or you're like a 7 or you're 11, you're forward players. Then it's like goals and assists. But my generation, I was looking up to people like Wrighty, Les Ferdinand, Robbie Fowler, Andy Cole, Teddy Sheringham. Like all these centre forwards were just goal scorers.
As a coach now, is it easy to get out of that mindset then and judge it on what you have to judge it on today?
You have to, but at the same time, I think it's important for me to drive those sort of standards. So like, I can say to the players, no, when we get chances, we have to execute. You have to be ruthless. Or I'll say to them, if they're not doing the finishing properly, I'll be like, okay then, no problem. So this is why we miss chances in that game, because you're not doing it right. As a coach, I think those sort of messages are important for players.
You would say that Ian Wright taught you a lot, right? That one-on-one mentorship, that degree of coaching, right? We're not going to say he made you the player you are, whatever. There's so much more that goes into that.
Yeah, of course.
But having a mentor like him, why isn't someone like Ian Wright kept in the game to coach when he has the ability to impart that much knowledge to someone who goes on to score 100 Premier League goals?
Because I think a lot of players, especially black players, that generation, like I mentioned, Wrighty, Les. I listened to something that Dwight York said about getting opportunities. I just don't think the opportunities were there, if I'm being brutally honest. And I think probably you look at John Barnes, all these great players that do you know what I mean? Players that paved the way for me, and like you mentioned Darren, but all these that paved the way for us to be where we're at. I just don't think the opportunities were there. Speaking to these players,
Wrighty went down to MK. Like this is a few years ago. My friend Jabbo was there, and Wrighty used to
Jabbo
do.
Big Berry.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
yeah.
He used to do
bro.
one-on-one sessions and
Man, I just
sessions
name dropping, bro.
sessions with the
Baddies.
strikers. So they have been bringing these over. I know Coley done it as well.
Yeah.
So they have been doing it, but
in terms of being like managers though.
yeah, not managers.
But I don't know if, like, say, I don't know, an Andy Cole, I don't know if they wanted to be managers. I know they did a little bit of coaching in that, but I just feel like, for me, when I was playing, if these legends were managers, and you see that it's they've given so much to football, English football, so it'll be nice to see.
It's timely though, isn't it? Because Joey Barton's running around talking about token media correspondents being black or women or whatever. But when you really look at what black people have done in football and their representation outside of actually playing, you
Yeah,
think
don't
that
match
gap
up.
would have been closed
Yeah,
at some point.
crazy.
Like you look at says there's jobs available right now and there's jobs coming up. What black coaches are we looking at for the Sunderland?
But
job?
who wants to be? Are you interested in
Yeah, do
management?
you want to be a gaffer?
I'm ready.
Oh, you
Would
want
you,
it, yeah?
would you wear a suit or a tracksuit?
A suit,
What, 3-piece?
3-piece suit. I think it looks better when managers got suits on. Do you not think?
Nah,
You know what it is? If you wear them right and you're stylish, then it can work.
In Football Manager, do you pick tracksuit or suit?
I'm
Suit.
suited.
Suit. Yeah, suit.
Okay. You're the manager, yeah. What about your captain? Comes to you and says, "Boss, what do you want us to wear? Like for home games, suits or tracksuit?" What do you say then?
Home games,
Mm.
tracksuit.
Really?
What?
No.
Yeah, man. I want it to be comfortable. We're at home. I want it to be comfortable. It's the players, isn't it? It's not me. I
And
want it to
away?
be comfortable. Away. We're representing the club. You get what I'm trying to say? We need to look sharp.
So we're sitting on a coach in a suit.
On a Saturday, you're wearing a suit and you're not 7 Day Avengers. But it don't make no sense, bro.
Bro, going Moss Bros every weekend. That's rubbish.
I don't think they're going Moss Bros. Most clubs have suit partners. They do tailoring, yeah.
He needs to get his thing tailored, innit?
Man wants to borrow money.
Shut up, PK, man.
He needs to get your thing tailored from the back.
He's got a bigger back though.
Who?
You know PK poos like with the toilet seat up.
Oh, well, one second.
Well,
So-
who you talking about?
Straight on the bowl.
Oh, the second one. Whoa.
Is that what you do?
You're lying on the skinny thing.
on the bowl.
How did you spin it? How did you spin this block on me, bro?
I know. Why they always coming for you anyway?
I don't know, bro.
You started it.
You started it.
Go to his yard. See what his mum gives you in the
Go
drink.
to his yard. Even his garden smells.
Even his garden smells.
Outside and that.
Bro, inside smells like outside and outside like inside. It don't make no sense, bro.
Because normally when it's small, you have to go outside to get fresh air, innit?
Bro, I brought him to my yard. Bro, the garden was smelling as well, bro.
Man's for a breeze in the garden.
Cooking fish every
No,
single
we
day.
don't. No. We're pescatarians. We're pescatarians.
Yeah, pescatarian, just fish, innit?
Yeah, you do cook fish.
What did you just say?
We're pescatarians.
Every time Specs goes out, gal are asking me, what, were they cooking fish in your yard or something? Idiot.
You want a drink? Do you want a drink? Should I get a drink from his house? Remember I told you what happened? Alright, cool.
Margs, you don't know ball challenge. You ready?
Nope, go on.
Four of Jermain Defoe's gaffers.
Oh, good one.
Gaffers.
Yeah, go on. 4. Go on.
That's easy. 4.
15 seconds. come on.
Margs though. Margs.
There's been loads,
I don't
bro.
know.
That's easy.
Red nap.
Yeah.
One.
Well, loads of times Redknapp. But
He's
yeah.
done, you know. He's done. He's done.
No. It's easy. It's got it.
To be fair, I think you've been managed by Redknapp 4 times as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 4.
Yeah, I don't know about the Spurs managers and all that.
Martin Yo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yo.
Oh yeah, yo.
Glenn Roder?
Yeah. West Ham.
Got one more, boys.
Fabio Capello.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wait. You see that guy? You see him? Yeah.
You say joke. Joke, man.
Do you know? You see, I've seen. There've been a lot of noise around Fabio. Different opinions, but I loved him.
Is it?
Oh wow.
What? Micah wasn't on him at all.
Bro, he just dropped the shoulder on us, you know.
When I was at West Ham, when I was 16, I spent a lot of time with DiCanio. So I used to watch him and you see like his standards and how he used to train. Because people always say to me, "Oh, JD, you playing until you're 39." But I'm just like, that was always going to happen for me because when I was 16, I didn't get to a point where I was like 13. I thought, I'm 13. I need to start doing yoga or I need to stop drinking or I need to do this. No. I did that from day one because, do you know what I'm saying? A lot of players get to a certain age and that. Because I loved playing, I loved scoring goals. I thought, right, okay, then if that's the case, then I want to play as long as possible. Years later, when Fabio Capello was the manager, all those sort of standards, like you can't be late, dinners at a certain time, you do double sessions, you can't have your phones, like all that sort of stuff, for me, it was just normal.
You've been doing it, like.
Do you know what I mean? So for me, it was just normal. And that's what it's like at home. With my mum and that, those sort of standards. So like, you get a lot of players that didn't like it.
Well, is that why they didn't like Capello? Because the standards is too strict or something?
I heard he banned ketchup and that.
He banned everything. I see him smash plate before.
Really loves ketchup, man.
One time he said, right, no phones. I think it was, who was it? I think Heskey, I think M had his phone under the table like this.
He didn't tell us
You know,
this.
sometimes when they say like no phones and you think, okay, let me just try a little message and that. But the Fabio was standing there. Bro, I think it was just like, he had a plate in his hand for dinner. He dropped the plate, smashed it.
He's on dinner.
Smashed the plate. Ashley Cole come on a bus. He had was leaving for training. Ash had flip-flops on. Everyone else had trainers. He just stops him like that. He said, no, go and change. Trainers. You don't care who you are. Standards.
Heskey don't seem like this. He seems a bit clumsy to hide.
Can't hide.
Stevo, Capello's there, but he's looking that way.
Heskey picked up Capello's food.
One mirror.
Did you not ever have the opportunity to play in Italy? Because we were talking about it downstairs. That would have, to me, suited your game a lot.
Juve.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
When? What era? What
When?
time?
From Portsmouth, before I come back to Tottenham. So 2008, I was I was actually at home. Harry left Portsmouth, went to Tottenham. So I got a phone call. It was all going through, and I remember a agent phoned me, a big name agent phoned me, and he said to me, the deal's taking too long, I'm taking to Juve. I've spoken to Juve, they like you, and I'm taking to Juventus. So I was just like, okay then, it's Juventus, no problem. Because I've already said to Harry, I've given Harry my word, I'm coming back to Tottenham. I'm coming back. And then that was it, and the deal was done the next day. Not many people know that though.
Exclusive.
Here we go.
But you're one of those football players that actually like loved football growing up. A lot of football players is part of them. Like I play, but like you must have looked at Italian football growing up and thought that's the pinnacle.
Yeah.
That's where, like, especially for a striker.
Yeah.
Because the goals are hard to come by, but the ones who scored them.
I used to watch
Go
Lazio on Channel 4 on a Sunday, bro, like obsessed. Pepe Signor, Vialli, all that lot, Baggio,
Signori, you know.
Signor, all those old school centre forwards. I used to watch them. When he said that to me, Juve, I was like, 100%.
In the shirt. Imagine yourself in the shirt.
Mate,
Exactly.
I should have done it, bruv.
How comes you don't have a celebration, man?
You know what it is? You know, like now you see a lot of players, they rehearse that, right, this is your celebration. It's so hard to explain that feeling. You know when you score, if I can sit there now and say, oh, do you know what, bro, this is what it feels. It's so hard to explain that feeling. Sometimes someone might say to me, oh, you know what, cuz, I'll do this when you score. But you just forget.
Head loss, you
just forget.
People always say it's like, and I'm going to be rude here.
Go on, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. What's better, busting a nut or scoring a goal?
Bro, when you score a goal, you see, when you score a goal and you're playing in front of, I can describe, I don't know, say like 60,000 for instance, and that whole stadium's going mad because of you, what you've just done.
That's better, yeah, innit?
That's try busting that in front of 60,000. And then we'll say the same thing. That's ultimate head loss. Yeah, man.
Scoring a goal is better than chopping a thing.
Nah, that's going too far.
Because he's probably chopped more things than you scored goals.
Well, you ain't chopped more things than you scored goals. No
Facts.
way.
Do your Googles.
Boys, let Jermain land.
Yeah, exactly.
MVP.
Nah, the feeling, trust me, it's mad.
Which one?
I'll tell you after.
Oh, man.
You got a podcast with Troy Deeney right now. It's a great podcast, by the way. I tell people all the time it's a great podcast because people would think that they're very similar, you and Troy. Yeah, actually, the differences between you.
It's funny. Troy's funny, man.
It's very funny.
Troy's funny.
Troy's a man that went to counselling. Troy's a man that thinks he's got his anger issues under control.
Yeah.
Jermain Defoe is a man of instinct. Jermain Defoe is a man of passion. He's on the front line of everything. What is how does that balance work, you and Troy?
Do you know what though? You see, when you look at his story,
It's amazing.
it's unique, bro. And it's quite inspiring because you look at a lot of people, especially a lot of young players that get released and they give up. They drop out the game and they give up. But I think when you look at Troy's story and from what he had to come back from to, I mean, nearly something for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And what he did, the amount of goals he scored, important goals, and the Premier League games that he played at the pinnacle, the Premier League level, it's the pinnacle. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's why when he's telling me these stories, for me, it's so interesting. So I'm thinking, your journey's been completely different to mine. I went to Lillishall when I was 14. I got a scholarship. I come back from Lillishall, signed for West Ham for 1.6 million before I even kicked a ball at 16. Made my debut at 17. Went on loan to Bournemouth, and then I didn't really look back after that. Troy's had things that he had to deal with, personal stuff. Come back to Watford when he left jail. There's 9 centre forwards. Okay, right. So I've got this sort of image. Then I've come back to Watford. How am I going to get in the team? Managed to get back in the team. Managed to be like captain, and the story is just amazing. And it's just funny.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, man.
Amazing, but don't knock how hard it is to maintain from 17
It's hard.
to 39.
Did you
bro.
ever think you weren't going to do it? Was there ever a point where you were like, nah, it's too hard?
Never.
You ever had a plan B? If you weren't going to make it at football, you do something
No,
else?
because when you got a plan B, that's distract yourself from plan A.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't arrogance. I think it was just confidence. When I was 16 at West Ham, and I used to go to the games, and I used to not only just sit there, I'm watching the games. So I'm watching Freddie Canute, I'm watching Paolo Di Canio, I'm watching Todorov, right? Titi Kamara. I'm watching these guys every single day in training. So that means if you're staying behind after training and you're doing 20 minutes, I'm doing 25 minutes. I'd watch Paolo in the gym. He's a big man. I'm 16, but I'm doing what you're doing. I'm talking to Wrighty. I'm watching Trevor Sinclair. How fit he is. Trevor, how'd you get that fit? Frank Lampard's finishing. I was speaking to Rio. So all these people around me, I'm like a sponge. I'm taking everything from everyone. So in my mind, I just thought, well, it's just a matter of time. Because if I'm scoring 2, 3, 4 goals every single week in the under 17s, under 19s, I'm thinking this is too easy. Then I went on loan to Bournemouth. I scored in 10 consecutive games. I'm ready to go. I speak to Harry and I want to come back. So for me, it was just a matter of time before I got into the first team. And I thought, okay, once I get into the first team, the Premier League, that's the next level. If I can do it there, then I did it there. What's next? I want to do it for England. So
Was there no, like, see when you were saying you're banging goals when you was like 16? Because I feel like that was a time where people were talking about size. Because size was an issue them days, isn't it?
Especially in this country.
Yeah. Did you have any haters there saying, look, you're too small?
I was razor sharp. So size didn't mean nothing.
Small pipes.
I did more work in the gym than that would mean nothing. In football. in football, size don't mean nothing, right? So I did a lot of work in the gym. I used to do a lot of power work. So every Tuesday I do a lot of from 16, 17, did a lot of power work in the gym. And I worked a lot on like my sharpness. I always thought, if I can get away from defenders, you see like the first 3 or 4 yards, it's so important. That's why Aguero was like Romario.
Whoa.
Romario, if you watch Romario's clips,
You man, go home and check him out, Romario. Sorry, not you.
Black and white.
but trust me, if you watch
Don't
Romario's
wanna watch
clips,
black and white TV.
3, 4 yards, he was gone.
Yeah.
So then if I can get away from people,
Bang.
then now all the stuff that's natural to me, like the finishing stuff, then I can do that.
So you knew that at 16?
16.
You knew that, what you just said?
Yeah.
That's
Who's
crazy.
a young, so like, who are you watching now? A young 16-year-old now? Maybe Haaland, I guess, but.
Holland ain't 16.
How does that 24?
Haaland's not 16?
That's not what you heard what I said. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, you're saying the 16-year-olds are watching Haaland, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You thought I said that too?
Sorry.
I've spoken to a few coaches now, and what they say is a lot of the time you'll have like wonder kid strikers in the academies bagging 30, 40 goals. And then when it comes time to turn pro, it's so different. It actually takes them 3 or 4 years to get back to goals.
Eddie.
For them, Eddie Nketiah, like Dom Solanke.
I like Eddie.
Even Ivan Toney, who obviously, you imagine through the youth levels, he was scoring probably hundreds of goals. But I think now it's just, the transition is just different.
But
now.
they were, let's be honest, they were never natural finishers though.
Who?
The players you mentioned.
Solanke
just
and
now.
Eddie.
Natural
100%
finishers.
they're natural.
Natural goal scorers. Because there's different. You get some players, yeah, that will shoot. You get players that shoot and you get players that finish. So Robbie Fowler, finish. Ian Wright, finish. Harry Kane, finish. Aguero, finish. And you get other centre forwards that they score goals but they just shoot.
Yeah.
You don't know about
It's born with it.
You don't know about
It's called
that.
born
Can
with
you
It's called
humour
born
me though? Say, if he wasn't playing football, what's the other job that you would like to have done?
Probably stayed in football, like
coaching.
Because remember, this is from the time I could walk. That's all I did was I just wanted to kick a ball. So then, because remember, there's no guarantees. I could have gone to West Ham and scored goals in the youth team, but got into the first team and not done it. There's no guarantees. It was a lot of pressure, but I do feel like I probably would have want to stay in the game because that was my happy place.
Football don't exist. What are you doing?
If football don't
How you
exist,
meant to know?
Nah, but Hollywood actor.
DJ.
OnlyFans.
Oh.
The world is your oyster.
The world is your oyster. What are you thinking?
I don't know. Music. I love music. I love boxing. I'm a massive boxing fan. So away from football, I remember like when I was younger watching the Eubank Ben fights. I was even I used to go and watch Frank Bruno train in Canning Town. So I don't know. Maybe
Have you got a tune?
have I got a tune?
Yeah.
They'd walk out to.
Every man's
No,
got a tune.
he's got a tune.
Have you made a tune?
You got
Have
some
you ever
bars.
been in the studio and
Yeah.
recorded something?
Right, he did.
Never.
Right, he had one.
Yeah, right. Had one. I would like to do that.
What was right is one good.
I like.
You was in Heartbroken, innit? The
Heartbroken.
video.
Nah.
Broken. No, that was up north.
I'm asking
He's
all the
asked
black
every
players.
player. That's what I'm saying.
when
Every black player
that in was that Leeds? Yeah, that was a tune. That was a tune though.
It was
a banger still.
Micah Rich.
Yeah, that was a tune.
A lot of what we do here, right, is we'll come together and we'll just sit here and just list players and just be like, you remember him? You remember him? Jermaine's one of the people that could do that like easy,
Yeah.
like just database. Who in the game would surprise us that like you could say, this guy's joining us. What do you know about this guy? Because this player like Moussa Dembele didn't really care about football. One of the best midfielders in the Premier League history, but didn't really.
The best.
But who were players that I know? Jamie Carragher's one that he he knows everything. He's just one of those database Football Manager, Shoot Magazine, Match Magazine, 442, everything else. Who could do that, kind of hang with you in that knowledge?
Harry. I think the way he lives,
comes across like that.
I think you can just tell. I think just the obvious ones, the way he lives his life and that. Like Harry just loves playing football, loves scoring goals. Steven Gerrard obsessed.
Yeah, it's the trim. You can tell by the trim and just the clothes. Just the overall like.
Who, Harry Kane?
It's quite. Harry's a good guy, man. He's not changed.
No. I heard he brings everyone together, Harry.
Yeah, but you know when people talk about leaders and that, you know when you say sometimes you say like leaders, and I've heard Mourinho talk about this, and you get certain characters that will scream and shout, "Come on!" like before the game and all that, or you get someone like a Stevie G, will just sit there, and you can see that he's ready because you can see. Stevie's so reserved in that, right? And it's almost like he's got this switch where he comes down the tunnel. As soon as he gets on the pitch, he's got this switch where he just becomes an animal. And I think you need that. Ledley King, same. Les would just be chilling in the change rooms, just sitting there. Then when he gets on the pitch, leader. But you don't have to be a leader by like screaming and shouting.
Lead by example.
Lead by example.
You see someone like Harry Kane, yeah? He's a proper family man, ain't it?
Yeah.
Quiet, down to earth. Does that surprise you that he scores so many goals then? Because obviously I know for a fact top strikers are...
They're outside.
They're outside.
Like top.
But you know what though? I think there's times to do it.
Okay.
There's times, and because you can look at any sport. You look at Floyd Mayweather. Who's the party more than Floyd?
Yeah, outside.
But who trained harder than Floyd? Do you know what I'm saying? And that. So when you look at you can look at any industry, any sport. Sometimes you see them certain players or athletes that are great. Yeah, you have to be a little bit mad to be that great. So Maradona, we all watched Maradona's documentary.
He booed the goalkeeper.
He done his stuff, but when it comes to having fun, he could have fun. George Best, he done his stuff on the pitch. When it comes to having fun, it's just
Even Bobby Charlton was like.
When you went Portsmouth, what did you do for nights out?
Go to London.
drive home.
Yeah,
I'll drive back to London.
Did you ever go out before a game? Never a day before the game.
Listening to him today, do you think he would do that?
He can't say that. He's a coach.
Bro, if I did that, that's for me. It was simple. I used to think like this, right? From Monday to Friday, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I'm getting those feelings I spoke about before. I want to score. As simple as that. So if you told me, JD, go bed at 10 o'clock, I'm going bed at 10 o'clock. If I'm in the gym and you say to me, do 10 press ups, I'll do 10 press ups. I'm going to do everything I need to do. So come the weekend, I play well and I score. After that, I enjoy myself. Just normal.
Was there ever a manager who just, you're wrong? Oh, Jermain, I think you should do extra half an hour on finishing. Like, no, I don't need to do extra half an hour on finishing. No, but I've been places where like towards the, because you know you get to a certain point, yeah, when you play, like you know your body. I've done this for 10 years. I know my body. I'm going to try and keep doing. Then you go certain places and they ask you to do something different, and you're thinking, nah, that's not right. I remember when I went to Bournemouth, and they used to do this on a Tuesday. I'm used to doing like my gym session, so I'll go in there, I'll do my power work. But as I got older, work smart, not hard. Do you know what I mean? So I do my power stuff, but sometimes I'll go in the gym for 15 minutes. I get my work done, but whereas when I was probably at Bournemouth, I was like 30, 33. 34. But when I was 25, I got in the gym for an hour. So it's different. You have to, do you know what I mean? You have to work smart. But then at Bournemouth, what they was doing the power work plus in the altitude chamber, doing the watt bike, these sprints. I remember started doing, I thought, okay. Because with me, I'm thinking, like, so if everyone else is doing it, I'm thinking, I need to do it because I'm getting left behind. Do you know what I mean? So when I started doing it, come Saturday, my legs are heavy. My legs are heavy, and I thought, I don't know if I can keep doing this. But then people around me saying, nah, you need to do this, you need to do this. I'm like, well, if I need to do this, come Saturday, you're not getting much out of me. Do you know what I mean? And I knew that, and then I'm playing the games in that, and I felt like I wasn't getting my chances where I could score goals, and it was completely different. So you do get that sometimes. You do get that. What was it like when Tottenham decided that they were in a 4-striker era? For a striker that, I'm guessing, like, momentum is goals, is starts. They just, one day just went, right,
rotation.
Berbatine,
Rotation.
Defoe, Mido.
Yeah.
That. By the way, now that's never happening.
It can't happen.
No.
The striker plays.
It can't happen. I remember in my mind, I'm thinking, Defoe can't be lacking this still.
No.
You don't. But you know what it is? You need ego. If you don't have ego in football, yeah, you get eaten. You need ego, right? But sometimes you get to a point where you think, okay, then I want to put my ego to the side a little bit. Because say, for instance, Robbie Keane's playing, who Robbie Keane was top, right? And Berbatine. If they're scoring goals, what am I going to say to the manager? Play me. Because if it's about I've got to be careful, because if it's about the team winning 3 points, me going to the manager causing a problem, he would just turn around and be like, okay, then, well, obviously you don't care about the team. You don't care about the team. And that's why, even when I look at the Premier League list, this is just me, I look at the Premier League list and people are like, oh yeah, top 10. I still look at it and think, I could have got to 177 like Frank Lampard or 184 like Andy Cole. Do you know what I mean? I could have got higher. Thierry, I think it was 175, whatever it was. So around about the Tottenham time when the teams were getting rotated, where I weren't playing every single game, but I still managed to get my goals.
Wasn't there a West Ham team where you was on a bench but you was still top scorer, I believe?
Yeah, but I was young. So
Oh,
then
you
when
was
you're,
young.
yeah, when you're really young,
Okay.
it's like you can't really like, do you know what I mean? Because I was young coming through, for me, I was just grateful to be in the first team so young. I was getting my chances when I was coming on. So around about that time, like when you're that young, you're not going to knock on the manager's door and say, I did it one time to Glenn Roeder and he could sense I was frustrated and he said to me, he said, listen, he said, I think I was about 18, 19. He said, JD, relax. He said, you're going to play for England. You're going to score loads of goals in the Premier League. He said, you don't need to rush. You're young. It's about development. But when you're young, you don't want to hear that. You just want to play every game. But when I look at it now, when you're young players and that, you don't need to play every game. That's where you get injuries.
Look at Michael Owen.
Do you think there's a lack of strikers? That's
Yeah.
why there aren't 4 strikers at City, 4 strikers at Arsenal? Or do you think it's like the coaches are a bit like, now we need to protect the ego and protect the momentum of a goal-scoring striker now by not overburdening them with looking over their shoulder every time they play a 6?
But sometimes that's a good thing sometimes, though. When you know, like, I've been in a situation before when I'm playing and say, like, Robbie Keane's on the bench or someone's on the bench and I'm thinking, you're looking over. When they're warming up and that, you're looking over thinking, next chance, I need to take this.
Yeah, when they're doing no, that feeling is not nice.
Do you know what I mean? It's the worst thing. You know, if you miss the chance and you look over and you see them running back and they're taking a jumper off,
Yo,
you're thinking, my head's got
rattled.
You're thinking the next one, if the next one comes from me quickly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the next chance comes
staying
because then
on.
you know when you score and you're getting taken off, it's like it's different, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So see, like coaching the academy now, right? So all the teams that we've played, I do look and think, like, who's this? I always look for like the number 9s. At Tottenham, there's some good number 9s, and like I enjoy working with them, these younger players. But I still feel like it is different now compared to years ago. Because years ago there was like loads.
You see like the younger players now, when you're saying like you see the 9s, are they trying to like make them stay as 9s, or is it like that forward thing where they want them to be able to do stuff from the left, do stuff from the right?
I would worry that they would make you a winger today.
But this is what I mean. You never know. That's what I'm saying.
No, they would.
If I was put out wide and I'm not getting these chances in front of goal, then I'm missing all these opportunities. Do you know what I mean? I'm not getting the chances. I'm not getting all these good habits and that. So then if you get into the first team, you're not as good as you should be.
But what's the balance though, where Manchester City can be the best team in Europe and not win the Champions League, not win the treble, then go, you know what we need?
Haaland.
A striker who's going to bag non-stop. And then they go and buy him, and then the rest of world football's still going, no, we'll play wingers up front and we'll play rotating front threes and that.
Yeah.
Like why is there not a connection where it's like, okay, someone needs to go buy Ivan Toney.
Strikers are back, yeah.
There's just more to the game now. Like football's so like, you know the detail that these players get. And it's almost like when the coaching that they get, it's almost like they're doing their A and B coaching badges in academies already. When you're coaching the academy, and this is all new to me, but I'm learning that when you're coaching the academy, to make sure they're learning, you ask a lot of questions. So like, for instance, if we're doing a training session now, I'm not just sitting back and then, right, blow the whistle, go on. So I might stop the session and say, okay then, do this, but why am I asking you to do this? So then you give me an answer back. When we review the sessions, and then I might say to them, okay then, why did we do this? What could we have done better? So I'm asking, so they're learning. So it's almost like they're doing the A and B. So the detail that these players get now, like it's completely different. Like whoever would have thought 15 years ago, you see your fullbacks, come inside and play as midfielders.
Never.
I mean, you look at how we play at Tottenham, the first team. In the middle of the pitch, there's like 5 players. Our fullbacks are like playing like number 10s. Whoever you never would have seen. Can you imagine Nigel Winterburn or Gary Neville playing in midfield?
Or Lee Dixon in the middle. That's not 10 in the middle too.
You know what's funny though? Back in the day, when we'd do like 11 aside on a Friday or whatever, shadow or whatever, the manager would stop it and say, "All right, stop. Go back.
Yeah.
You'll never make."
Yeah,
No
exactly. What are
questions.
you doing there? Go back and defend.
He wouldn't even tell you.
But now there's all rotations.
Sick, mad.
I'm confident saying this, right? You're a guy that can see a striker and go, he's got it, he ain't got it. He's got it, he ain't got it, right?
Straight away.
What did you see? Because a lot of Spurs fans will lie and say they saw it. A lot of people will lie and say they saw it. A lot of people didn't. What did you see in Harry Kane?
Finishing.
I didn't see it.
You know, like when you're coaching and that, you think like, okay, you could be the best coach in the world, like say Pep and that. But certain things you can't coach.
I will never forget. I watched Harry Kane when he was young come on at Orient. I'd never seen him score or nothing, no finish or nothing, but he was holding up the ball well, playing. He looked half decent. I asked my brother who played for them, what's that Harry Kane saying? He's shocking. This is terrible. I was like, what?
But people said that when he was younger. People said but Harry, no one knows, but Harry was actually a midfielder.
Okay.
And that's why when you see now,
That makes sense.
he's passing and his whole round game, and how good he is, not just scoring goals. There's so much more to his game. It's because he was a midfielder, so he was used to facing a goal. Do you know what I mean? But the finishing, I think, that was just natural. You can't teach that. He just had that.
Harry Kane was an Arsenal fan, boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's vicious rumours that you were as well.
Who do you support? Yeah, who do you support?
I didn't support anyone.
West
What?
Ham.
Of course you support
Don't tell them
someone,
West
come on.
Ham.
No, my local team was West Ham. So all my family, obviously West Ham fans. That was my local team. I used to go to Upton Park. But I used to watch forwards. So I wouldn't be like, that's my team. I used to watch like all different centre forwards.
So you like
It just happened that Ian Wright was
No, 'cause
the striker
Tego was an
all
Arsenal
the
fan.
way
Yeah,
through
he's
his
Arsenal.
childhood. And him and Leon were Arsenal kids together.
Who do you think is the best African forward?
George Weah.
Yeah.
Didier Drogba.
What answer did you want? What
What do you mean? I was just asking, innit?
Okay, if you want to ask that question, I'm going to ask mine now.
Yeah, go on, ask your question.
What's your thoughts on black goalkeepers today? I made a song about them, and I'm not sure. I'm old school.
What do you think?
Me, honestly, I don't like it.
I think that's a thing that people have just said over the years, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, but he doesn't like two black centre backs either.
huh? Power.
I rate that, but I think we're too fast to play in goal.
I think fullback's got to be mixed race now as well, man.
Oh, what? James Trent?
It just
James Trent
makes
Walker?
sense now. For that algae, they're getting the best. They're getting the best of both worlds, innit?
What do you mean?
Well, we've talked about this, but they said the same about black quarterbacks. They said the same about wide receivers in NFL.
I don't know.
I
Oh,
mean,
really?
Yeah.
I don't know about
We
NFL.
What's
don't
that? All the
know
technical
We
things.
don't receive that.
No, basically.
So like black man
can't do the
Black
patient
man,
sit in the pocket.
shooting free throws.
No, they're dunkers. In basketball, it
Dunkers,
used to
like,
be
yeah,
that.
aggressive,
They
like,
dunk,
aggressive,
and
yeah,
white people
yeah.
used to shoot, but now it's everyone shoots.
That's like they don't even let black people take free kicks like that. I remember one time you wanted to take a free kick, and the other guy took it and he scored.
Oh,
and you was
Gilberto.
like, "Alright,
I
cool."
was in
You
Barrett.
were
Yeah.
fuming,
That was his first goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. To be fair, he is dead. So I hear.
Oh,
you.
so that's why you wanted the
Yeah,
ball.
that's why it's
Because
like,
brother, you don't score, bro.
That's what. So that's why you say I'm angry guy. I'll lose my head.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Wait, you bit Mascherano?
Nah.
You switched on Gilberto.
Troy. That's Troy.
Yeah, no, that's
No, but do you know what?
definitely
Do you know what? I remember because because when you go to the MLS, you can sign 3 DPs, yeah, designated players. So basically, it's weird. So
salary
the rest
cap.
of the salary cap.
Okay.
So the 3 players, you pay them whatever you want.
Mm.
So when we went there, it was me, Gilberto, and Michael Bradley. He played for Villa. He was at Roma.
Barled, yeah.
So obviously, Gilberto was doing everything but score. Like, he used to work hard, do everything. So when we got a free kick, I thought, why are you taking a free kick for? Like, it wasn't even like I wanted to take it, but give it to someone else. So like, I remember saying to him, like, give me the ball. He had a moment again. So it was like, no, I'm taking it. So I just punched it out his hand. And then he said, no. He went up in it. And then when he hit it, and I thought, nah. And the camera, I knew that the camera was going to go on me.
So you laughed.
Yeah. So like, so when the camera went on me, I didn't know what to do. I was embarrassed.
Yeah, but you're a bigger man than me for laughing like that, boy. Because I'll still be mad.
We're very interested in Americans in football on this show because there's some good American players, some really good American goalkeepers.
Some
but
bad.
you've been and played. Obviously, it's Canada, but you played against a lot of Americans. What was the level of the Americans like? To me, there's a lot of like Mexican players and
They're good, you know.
Bolivians.
Man on
and-
man, you got to get the ball.
No, you don't want to buck the Mexican Hesses, bro. I'm telling you.
Did you play with Giovinco? There.
No, he was.
You would have done at Juventus.
Okay.
I
Oh yeah.
know.
Yeah.
He was smaller than me, innit? Like, he was
Tiny.
Tiny.
some of his goals that he scored there. But that Toronto, the experience was good. There's a lot of traveling. My first game was against Seattle, 5-hour flight.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I got on a plane, and it was weird. You know, I spoke about the DPs, right? This was weird. I remember we got on a plane and then looked at my ticket. I thought, oh, nice, big business class. Like, so it was me, Joe Burton, and Brad. Next minute, I see the manager walk past me.
Oh no.
The rest of the players walked past me. I thought, nah. So I remember saying to Michael Brown, I said, what? Is it just us 3 sitting at the front of the plane?
They're
He was
with
like,
the crowd.
bro, they're at the back.
Oh my God.
They're standing
For a game.
DP. What's it called?
DP designated player. So I'm sitting there like this. So I'm like, this is mad, you know. What I'm at the front, the manager's at the back.
Did you pull them up on it? Did you tell them like from now on we all fly together or we don't fly at all?
I'll cover it. I'll cover it.
I didn't say nothing.
You know that on the train, innit? I'm saying just like.
So what did you have? What did you have? I see bass. But the whole experience was, I enjoyed it. Out of my comfort zone. And yeah, the story was just mad. I actually thought I was going to stay at Tottenham for the rest of my career. I was like 31 at the time. Tottenham got decent money. I remember speaking to the chairman. He said, listen, you've got nothing to prove. It'd be good for you. I remember meeting a guy called Tim Lewicki. Did you watch the Beckham documentary?
Mm-hmm.
There was an American guy talking about taking him into the galaxy. So he come to London to meet me, done a presentation. He walked in with about 4 guys. I was sitting there with my agent, right? In my mind, I thought, you know what? It's just like, it's a presentation. There's no guarantees I'm going to go there. I'll just go and talk to them and see what it is. And sat down. He gave me like an iPad. He goes, just have a look at this quickly. So I click play. And it was like a presentation of the city, Toronto, all that sort of stuff, and like see the fans and all that sort of stuff, the stadium, the training ground. I thought, okay, this looks good. Then he gave me like the Raptors shirt. Mm-hmm. Gave me the Raptors shirt at the back. He said, yeah, this is from all the players. They all signed it to Jermain. They all signed it.
Kawhi.
Okay. Then he gave me like this little brochure there. So I'm reading this brochure. He goes, no. I turned to the back. It was it's basically me in a Toronto shirt. So I'm thinking, this is mad, because. Is the I'm looking at my agent thinking, is the deal done already?
It's manipulation.
Like, I can't remember. I'm a Tottenham player, right? So anyway,
grooming.
next minute I left there. My agent goes to me, so what do you think? I said, yeah, good. I said, but for me to go there, like 31, I want like a 4-year contract. Like, do you know what I mean? Some security. I'm going from here to Canada, MLS. So it was like, cool, no problem. My agent left the table. Come back. He goes, 4 years
on
done.
Zanko.
Done.
It was a jailhouse.
on the Nokia.
Yeah.
He said, done. So I was like, really? So now the ball's in my court, and I was like, okay. I remember I went out for dinner, and I was with my cousins and that, and I remember my phone rang. It was like a private number. I never answered private number. So who's
bailiffs?
Bailiffs.
I went, hello? Is this Jermain? I said, yeah. Who's this? Drake. I said, I thought it was Aaron Lennon.
Yo, Jermain, fam. Wagwan.
He goes, yeah, like, you need to come, like, I'm an ambassador of the club. Trust me, you'll love it. Come over here. Like, he said to me, like, all that paparazzi stuff in London, you don't get none of that stuff here. Come enjoy your football. The fans are amazing. He said, listen, I can walk down the street with Madonna. No one will take a picture of me. You got to come. I was like, so I played it cool, innit? I played it cool on the phone. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Put the phone down. I couldn't believe it.
They say you screamed, ah!
It was mad. So obviously, this Tim Lewicki guy got, obviously, Drake to phone me and just to basically get the deal done.
Yeah.
Who phoned you to join Sunderland?
No, wait.
There's got to be a rapper phoned you to join Sunderland.
Gus Poyet.
Gus Poyet.
So this Toronto thing. Obviously, you're there in the whole. I want the 4 years. But you're kind of like, you still don't want to go. Though,
trying to talk them out.
Yeah. I'm just.
You
like,
can't believe they're giving you.
Because I'm still thinking I'm not leaving Tottenham. Because round about AVB was the manager, and we brought in Sardado. So Sardado played like league games, but I was scoring consistently in Europa League. Every game I was scoring goals in Europa League, and I felt really sharp at that time. So I thought, I don't really need to be leaving. Like, even if I'm not getting as much minutes in the league,
they're coming.
But we can
come in.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But we can challenge Europa League and that. So I thought, but when I sort of like, I said, okay, 4-year deal.
It was the cool, man. Drake done it for you, man. He gassed you.
I don't think it was Drake.
That was peak Drake too.
It was Drake.
Private number.
That was peak Drake.
I'll go to hockey if Drake called me.
Private number though. That's childish.
That is one thing we talk about on this show a lot.
He said childish.
Give me his number.
Give me your number, innit?
Yeah, it's true.
Jay, you could play Saudi now, right?
Probably.
Let's put Jermain in the Prem right now.
Okay, yeah, good point.
How old is he first? How old is he?
I'm 41, bro.
Oh, you mean prime Jermain?
Any age Jermain Defoe before like 31, he plays for Arsenal right now. Yeah, Arsenal need Jermain Defoe right
United need him more.
Yeah, but I like Eddie NKETIAH,
Yes, we got Jermain Defoe. That's what I said. They didn't believe, man.
What?
Bro, allow it.
This is him doing his thing again now.
Now he's saying it himself. What are you lot saying? Say my bad to me right now.
No.
You never said that. Put your hand down.
You never said that though.
And say I said.
No.
Should I get the tweet?
Well, Eddie is as good as Jermain Defoe.
No, I said he's like Jermain Defoe.
But he's not.
He is like him.
Nah, he's not. He's not as sharp, mate. He's not as sharp.
You don't think he's sharp?
Not as sharp as you was, bro.
No, but he's sharp. Eddie's sharp, you know.
You were sharp. He hasn't got that first.
I'm getting mad here.
5 yards.
Jay,
are
you saying Eddie's like you?
No, it's not even a bit. No, because you know what? He reached out to me. Eddie reached out to me, yeah. But before he reached out to me, I did a game. He didn't score. West Ham versus Arsenal. Last year, I did it for Sky. I remember saying to Graham Souness and Jamie Renner, I said, you know what? I said, this guy, I like him.
I like him.
Everything he did, like, he held the ball up. He's sharp. And I think if you see players like that, Eddie, he just needs love.
Yeah.
Go and play. You ain't scored for 3-4 games. I don't care. You're playing.
Listen, he might go on to be a great player. He's doing really well now at a high level, by the way. But he didn't need love. He didn't need love. He was a different breed
He had
of
it
player.
though. Harry Redknapp loved him from the second he joined.
Yeah, but he didn't need it. He didn't need love.
Let's put more weight on this beef.
He didn't need it.
Because how did we get to Eddie in the first place, Lippy?
Because I said what I felt.
Yeah, say it.
What did you feel?
I felt that Darren Bent. He's all got a different name.
Let me get your mic.
I said
Let me hold your mic. Hold
that
on.
Darren Bent is a better 9 than you, not footballer.
Oh, come on, man.
What do you
don't
mean?
say
I said it though.
bro.
You lot didn't want to let me land. I said not footballer, but I said 9.
But do you know what? See, Benty, I've always said from day one, we see when he was at Charlton and Ipswich, I was the first one to be like, right, who's this guy? I like him.
So you put him on.
He found him.
You put him on.
He found
You put him on.
He found him.
Who's this guy? But you see, like Benty, for instance, like you wouldn't say Benty was like an Ian Wright.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But then my whole career, people compare me to like Wrighty.
Who would you say Darren Bent's like now?
Stan Collins. No, not even.
NKETIAH.
Stan
NKETIAH.
Collymore. No, not
It's
NKETIAH.
NKETIAH.
No, I'd say like
Wait, hold on. You say my bad then?
Haaland with less goals.
Watkins.
No, I wouldn't even say Watkins, because for me, Watkins could play out wide. He's a bit more. No, but like that kind of.
Yeah, but Watkins is
Good.
Yeah, I rate Watkins. I think Watkins is cold. I think Watkins is better than Darren Bent.
What?
You think he's a better finisher?
Nah, not hot. Forget Haaland himself. Hoyland.
Okay.
Hoyland.
But that's getting.
You know what I mean, though?
Like I heard what Benty said. Benty said about like obviously I should have played for City, all that sort of stuff. Cool, no problem. I played with Benty at Tottenham. Didn't have a good time to be able to, because when you play for Tottenham, it's different. Because
Yeah, he was better than Matt Tottenham.
when you play for like say when you play at Charlton, when that suited his game more because you're playing against teams that dominate the ball and that, and they just counter attack, and then he was dynamic. He's just running behind all the time.
Robust,
Like,
yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? Like Benty was different to Berbatov. He's different
Yeah,
to Robbie
yeah,
Keane.
yeah,
He was different to me. He was different to like. But I just feel like
Was he a natural finisher? I don't, because every time he scored, I never willed any of his goals. Never willed any of
do
Dan
you know
Bent's
it is?
goals.
No, but again, that's where you got finishing and shooting.
Yes,
He could finish
yes,
because
yes.
he had the goals, innit? He
was
couldn't
a
strike
shooter.
a ball like you.
But we're talking-
he couldn't
it's
strike
just
a ball
more
like a
with
lot of
finishing.
man. Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's,
he could finish,
for
he could
me,
finish.
There's strikers that strike a ball really well. Yeah, I'm not saying you're like that, but like Gabby, Jesus, Firmino, they don't score enough,
Let me
though,
go,
so it don't matter.
let me ask you. Okay, I'll give you.
go on,
'cause
then.
I said I want beef.
Yeah, go on,
Okay,
then.
so Adebayor or the Jermain Defoe?
Adebayo.
You're joke,
What the
brother.
hell?
Why? What do you
This is
mean?
what I'm saying. I hate
Hey,
people today.
Tigo.
no, but he's been honest. No, but he's
I'm
no.
done.
Are you, Jermaine? If he wasn't here, if you were here, you wouldn't have said that, bro. Allow it. No way, bro. You're breading. Whoever's here is the greatest to you.
Jesus. Because but that's like me saying, like, okay, Robbie Fowler or Les Ferdinand. They both scored goals, but they're different forwards. Because Les Ferdinand's like, I don't know, Adebayor will suit. I would like to play with Adebayor the way his game was.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like to play with them. But say for instance, if I played with even Wright, if I played with Wright, we're too similar. If I played with Robbie Fowler, too similar. If I played with
Why? But why? Because you lot were all natural finishers.
No, but let me tell you the
yeah,
truth.
yeah.
Let me tell you the truth. If you was playing now, he'd hate you because you're black, and that's fact.
yeah.
That's 100%. You wait, Dan Burn.
He's treating me like a
No, 100%, man.
He's rattled.
You hate black. You hate Eddie.
He's
You
rattled.
hate Eddie. You said he's like Eddie.
No, I
You
think
hate Eddie.
no.
You don't like
I've
Eddie.
never willed Eddie's goals. I've never willed Eddie's goals. Never willed it.
I willed his goals.
So you
I know
keep.
what there's a goal.
So would you keep your two strikers instead of Defoe then?
who? What? Who?
Like, because he's Arsenal, innit?
I'll take Defoe. I'll take
You
Defoe.
got
I'll
Jesus.
take
and
Defoe.
Who you taking out?
Go coach them, please. They need the backlift.
We're on the same page.
Eddie's good, man.
Speaking of finishing, by the way, my favourite goal ever from you,
Oh yeah, go on.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, the left foot one.
Volley.
Fake.
I don't know what you did.
Mad goal. Mad.
That's the most natural finish. A finisher, just no effort. Obviously, the effort's all done before the strike, but
Be honest, when that went in, you couldn't believe it a bit, innit?
And I was laughing. I couldn't believe. Yeah, because you can listen. It doesn't matter how much you practice and that. Like, it's perfect contact, but it wasn't just a goal. It was I used to say to the fullback James Tavernier.
Yeah.
So I used to say to him, when you get it, and you're sort of like you're coming with it. I said, watch my movement, because in Scotland the defenders, they get tight. So I said, watch my movement, and then as soon as I spin, I said, just play it. So then when he plays it now, so in my mind I was thinking, right, because the ball travels a long way. And that's it's hard, because then you got to concentrate, and then you have to make good contact, because sometimes in training you do that, the ball goes everywhere. But then once you stay relaxed and you just try and get as good contact, because you know where the goal is, and you get good contact. But even when I got good contact, it was like, oh my god,
That was perfect.
Yeah, it was just perfect.
James Tavernier should be playing the Premier League. By the way.
I don't know why you think that.
I've
you
always
know.
thought that.
I
about
think
him. He
I
can play,
always
man.
think that as well. But
Why do you think? Is he not defensively sound or something?
No, do you know what it is? I think, you know what it is, yeah, sometimes people need to realise, and a lot of people don't actually realise. You see, for Tav, I think, okay, it has to be the right move for him because he's leaving Rangers where Rangers should be playing like, I don't know, say Champions League, yeah? You win the league. It's so difficult to go from, you have to go and experience it at that club. Like you talk about like the standards and that expectation. Like you have to win, but you can't come second. If you come second, you might as well come last. Yeah. So he's thinking, he's in an environment where he's playing in front of 52,000 every week. Crazy Rangers. It feels like 100 when you're in the stadium.
Yeah.
Europa or Champions League. He's the captain. So he's winning trophies. And if you look at the list of Rangers players, some of the players that have played for that football club, do you know what I mean? Big names in that. So for him, he's thinking, for me to leave here, it has to make sense for me. Because what's the point? You're going to leave, like Joe Aribo, for instance. I love Joe. He's gone from, obviously, he's left Rangers, gone to Southampton. At the time they were in the Premier League. Like, so it makes sense they're in the Premier League and that. But he had an unbelievable time there. Do you know what I mean? And you don't know what he's thinking now.
I know he's the same age as you. He's Nigerian. That's what Nigerians do.
Well, his hairline's gone, you know. That's my guy. His hairline's gone, bro.
Like, he's a baller, you know.
You didn't have Caribbean shops at Rangers, did you?
Who?
There was no Caribbean shops when you was at Rangers, was there? Or packs?
Yeah, there's a couple, you know.
Caribbean?
In Glasgow, yeah.
Or packs?
You Caribbean?
Yeah, St. Lucia.
I think he's from Zambia, you know.
Who?
I think he's from Zambia all this whole time.
Who told you that?
Why's your face like that though?
No, because he knows. I thought he was gonna say Jamaican or something. Like,
I thought you said who? Jamaican. In my Jamaica would get to the World Cup argument. You was in my squad. I got a
serious. You got my boy Kamal Roof.
You ratted a lot of school kids still. A lot of school kids were backing you.
No,
on a Jamaican.
Innit? We all thought he was Jamaican.
St. Lucian, bro. But Steve, you're Nigerian, no?
Yeah.
If he takes it out of you.
See, I said, I'm not going to do what you did. No, I'm not. I'm not Nigerian.
You're Jamaican.
I said, no, I'm not. I might made it sassy.
Any Ghanaians?
I'm Ghanaian.
Oh, he's gone there.
Yeah.
Okay then. Who does the best jollof then?
Ghanaians. Basmati rice.
It's true though.
Long grain rice. It's
true though.
I have this argument about jollof, Nigerians or Ghanaians.
It's Ghana.
It's gotta be. He's Nigerian, by the way. I don't know why I didn't.
Serious?
Yes. Yes, you are.
He's Sudan.
Look at the colour of your shirt.
I'm from St. Lucia. if he's not from Zambia, then I'm from St. Lucia.
Is not having an E at the end of the Jermain, is that a St. Lucian thing?
Yeah, no E, no.
There's no one, I've never known a Jermain with no E at the end of the
Jermain.
name.
Where is he?
He's Jermain.
Not on his, no.
On mine, no.
Wait, I'm from manager. Look at E on it.
Everyone else, yeah.
That's French.
Jermain.
Paris Saint-Germain.
Quicker.
Paris Saint-Germain.
Main would be the
Paris
E.
Saint-Germain.
Main, innit? Jermain.
Who's your least favourite manager?
Yeah.
Least favourite.
Yeah, I know he's right there. You can think of him right
Do
there.
you know what? Like, when you say like least favourite, it's like, I didn't even like, of course, you have to focus on the managers because, listen, they pick the team. If the manager picks you, you like them. If you don't pick, you don't like them. It's simple as that.
Who
But
do you have at Sunderland?
David Moyes.
I had Gus Poyet, Dick Advocat, David Moyes, Sam Allardyce. Sam was the best. Sam was the best. Sam was the best. If you're doing well for him, Sam was like Harry, basically. Do you know that old school, like, just understood, like the human side? Get that right, then you get the best out of the players.
The style of play matter? Because did he suit it for you?
Yeah, but bro, I got back in England squad at 34.
Yeah, Sam's the best then, cool.
Who is your favourite? Who is your favourite centre back to rattle? Like, who is you like? Yeah, I got this. Tomorrow I'm just gonna elbow him. Like, ooh.
I mean, 5 goals against Wigan.
Titus, yeah, but Titus is my boy though. Titus Bramble, that's my boy.
You can't add Titus is my boy.
That's my boy, man.
Hey, Titus!
Stigma around him.
I'm clipping this for Titus.
That stigma around him that he gets toasted still. Titus Bramble, bro, you're killing your
But
boy.
equal play, you know, Titus. People don't
He's a
realise.
player.
Yeah, everyone says that, but all I know Titus was getting cooked.
No, but you know him for he's a player as well.
And OGs.
He had mad bad luck, man. It's like when you know, sometimes some people make mistakes to get away with it. But then you talk about centre forwards, yeah. He's making mistakes he's playing against top centre forwards, top centre forwards. Do you know what I mean? So back then you're making mistakes, you're getting punished.
You're getting punished anytime though.
You bagged a hat-trick against Ashley Williams when he was at Swansea, you were at Sunderland.
Yeah.
That's an angry man.
That night before that game, I went to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
I couldn't sleep.
Nah, now you're being rude,
you
though.
broke the rule.
You're being rude.
You're being rude.
Wait. And when you say you don't go out before game?
I was at home. I couldn't sleep. I remember, I think I went out at the coffee. Something happened and that, and I couldn't sleep. I remember thinking, I was panicking. I thought, good thing we're playing tomorrow night. I didn't go sleep till 5 a.m, but I remember that afternoon, like, cause you know what it's like. You know your preparation has to be like, I'm getting a pinch thinking, scored a hat trick. Couldn't believe it.
So that's on Ashley Williams. Anthony Gardner scored a hat trick against him when he was at Hull.
Hey, did you see the third goal?
This guy's a database, man.
I was chatting to Mike Owen about it recently because we was comparing the finishing. I remember that was like second game of the season, 2010.
Was you better than Michael Owen?
What do you mean? When you say better, what do you mean better than Michael Owen? Like, as in, like,
Finisher.
there was a period where when I was young, me and Glenn Roder sat down because it's all about development.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Glenn Roder sat down and we used to watch videos of Michael Owen. For me to turn around and be like, you know what, I was better than Michael Owen. Like, I would never say that because there's a lot of his game that I liked, and I thought I'm gonna try and put that into my game in terms of like his movement. But Michael Owen he don't get enough credit.
But I see a video of him blasting a ball. A 6-year-old was in
Against
goal.
the youth. I seen that.
Like, he's ruthless.
He's a killer, man.
Yeah,
He's
man.
a killer, bro.
Bob Lee.
Is there anyone we know that you played with at Sunrep?
Oh,
Obviously, played with 90, but you know that
Ledley was a year above.
year above. All that lot was a year above. So in my year, it was just me and Leon Knight.
But Ronnie Gould, you know my mate Ronnie.
Ronnie Gould.
Patsy Bradley.
Patsy, yeah.
Like, you had a
Pats.
good team,
I
boy.
teed you up, boy. I teed
What
you up.
was so
innit?
special about Senrep? Because that's
What's
a
that?
ridiculous churn of players in that period of time.
I think it was just like you know where the teams before us, they always won. So it's almost like, okay, then usually the next one you just have to win as well.
We had the best age group because that JT one, that Ledley King, Bobby Zamora.
No, we had the best one.
Yeah,
Yeah, me and 90.
it's only two of you though.
It don't matter because but when we're scoring 60 goals each.
Imagine that front two though, coming up and just seeing Jermain Defoe and Leon Knight.
Was it just scoring goals or was it tackle me and after the game you'll have done?
How many red
That's
cards?
what I'm thinking.
None. We were just different. Like, you see, back then when teams had like normal kit, we had our names on the back of a shirt.
Okay.
Our presentation, we had like Kevin Campbell and that come and present the trophies. Teams were having like oranges, and at halftime we was having bananas. We were different.
Big flex.
Potassium is good
bro,
for
you know
cramp.
what? You see football, yeah? Small details. People don't realise, you know, that's... If I'm in a team, yeah, and normally everyone has like oranges. All of a sudden I look over, I see a team having bananas. I'm thinking, straight away, just that psychological, right, they're different.
Industry plants.
The other day, our boys played the other day, and the other team were walking off at half time. Got our boys together now. Before the game, played against Fulham. We come together, we just jog in together. And you look over, you think, oh, they're on it. Little things, but
Organised,
football, small
yeah.
details, I'm telling you.
From those youth days though, right? You go from Charlton to West Ham, and they pay
Yeah.
a lot of money for you.
Yeah.
Now, in this day and age, if it doesn't matter if you're 16, if it doesn't matter if you're 15, if you're moving from Charlton to West Ham for a lot of money, you're benefiting financially.
Yeah.
Whereas back then, it was very much like, okay, no, the clubs are dealing with this, and you don't even get pro terms till you're ready to get pro terms. Do you think it's better now that a young player will be subject to a move like that and will be better off financially, or do you feel like it helps you then just to be like, I'm just moving to another academy here. Okay, I'm worth 1.5.
I don't even think young players should even think about money at that age. Because sometimes, you know, when you actually focus on money at that age and you ain't even played a game, then it's almost like that becomes the best contract you ever earn. Because you're so focused on money, the social media, all the other stuff that's not important.
That's what I'm trying to tell TEGO.
But for me, I think the only thing that's why like people don't realise. See, West Ham, they've done a lot for me, and moving out of East London to I think we moved from Beckton to like Chinkford. And remember, when you're from the East End, Chinkford, where's that?
Facts.
I don't know where Chinkford is. Even when I went on loan to Bournemouth and Harry said, "Oh, Jay, I'm sending you to Bournemouth." I'm thinking Bournemouth. I'm thinking, right, we're getting on a plane or something. Right, you know what I'm saying? Bournemouth, where's that?
Vegas.
Bro, I'm in the East End. You don't go nowhere. You don't go nowhere. I just go to my cousins. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But I think like for young players, so West Ham did that. They believed in me because they paid 1.6 million. I didn't even kick the ball. There was just potential. I come back from Lillishall. Yeah, Harry Redknapp, go and get him. When I was 15, I like, who's this kid? Go and get him. Okay, yeah, get the family a house. Parents, expenses. They did everything. So then all I got to do is just go and play football. Just go and play football.
You knew everything was patterned.
Everything was patterned.
But obviously them times, Cameron comes out with a pink Range Rover and a pink jacket matching.
Who?
Cameron.
Killer
Okay.
Cam.
A little bit later, but yeah.
Okay, but you see all them like rap videos, you weren't thinking to yourself, "Bruv, I want to get a Bentley or."
No, but all I wanted to do, you know what? I remember when I signed the Adidas still. When I was like 15. I signed Adidas still, and they took me to a place called Stockport. They gave me and my mum
A place called Stockport.
So you're like me. You're like me.
That's where he's from.
His geography, the geography thing weren't his story, you know.
They took us to Stockport and they gave me and my mum and these big Adidas bags. I said, go and get what you want. So for me, I was just buzzing. I was just like, raw, different, fresh trainers every day at the box. And I'm walking around East and that, everything Adidas. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about like, oh, I need to go out and go and buy this, and that. I didn't. Got my Adidas stuff and that, and I was just football.
But you know what though? At the time though, because I remember that was the flex though.
That was the flex.
That was the flex.
Oh,
fresh
So
trainers.
be endorsed by Adidas.
Yeah.
Fresh trainers.
Was
every
you
day at
getting
the
like
box.
taken out of school and that, like to go training?
Yeah, but I left school in the year 9 to go
Go
away
Lily
for
Shaw-
2
Lily
years.
Shaw was
to
the
Lily
school.
Shaw.
Oh, Lily School's
That's
the
the England
school,
school we went to, yeah.
So you have no education.
So there's no girl. You don't.
We went because before I left, I was at St Bonaventure's, all boys' school.
Oh, so now you went to another boys' school.
No, I went to. It was like we trained every day. We lived here, trained every day. We went to like a local school in the area,
Okay.
and it was a mixed school,
And what area was that in then?
like Shropshire,
Pardon?
Bro.
Shropshire. Where's
What's that like?
Telford. That was a local.
Telford?
Yeah.
So there's no gal there basically, man. Gal in Telford.
I linked a gal in Telford one time.
Yeah,
She
you
was
linked the gal in
clean.
Telford. She had no teeth, bro.
No,
Like, you
man.
can't-
She was
no gal in
clean.
Telford ain't got no teeth.
You played with Les Ferdinand, right? You played him at the end of his career. But Les Ferdinand was great. Any
He's
age.
from Congo. I don't care.
Um,
He's from Congo. I
at
swear
West
to you.
Ham, yeah.
St Lucia.
He's got the Congo thing.
Shut up, man.
He has got the
He
Congo
did.
haircut.
Yeah.
That's the Congo trim, bro.
No, but every black man had that trim in
No,
that.
brother, it was only the Congolese men in the 90s, bro.
Rio got
You
that
weren't there.
No, that was big. That was big in Brixton. That one.
Say
though.
Rio's got that trim now.
Bro, Rio's got that.
Rio's got that trim right now.
What is going on with Rio?
You were from
right
Zaire.
now?
Not Congo, you're from Zaire.
Mark Morrison, bro.
You and Rio are still cool, innit?
Huh?
You and Rio are still cool, innit?
Yeah.
You ain't called him about that trim.
He done it himself. It's calm.
Yeah, he had trims though.
Do you know what's weird? Though? I actually said that. I said look, he's got a different trim.
This trim's a horror show.
I actually said that.
He's got a different
Hey, that tune's different.
Not his best.
You don't
one.
like it?
Nah,
horror
it's a
show.
bit high. The fade's high. Isn't
a
it?
horror
The
show.
fade is high. The fade's on his head top.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, yeah, and say that he don't like it either. He got screwed.
Were people coming for him?
Yeah,
Really?
trending. Yeah.
He done it himself.
Yeah, but Rio don't care.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
No, he's got swag though. He's got swag.
Yeah.
But Les Ferdinand, once he ended his playing career, he went into like behind the scenes in football, and he made it his mission to like employ as many black coaches, black directors, black everything else as possible. Obviously, he left QPR last year, but are there any other people in football that are trying to bridge that gap?
There's loads. I think and Troy Townsend and Andros's dad's done a lot of work.
Yeah.
All the campaigns and stuff. And remember, these campaigns have begun since 1992.
Yeah, man.
These things are, so when you see Kick It Out and show racing the red card and, you know, players still wearing a t-shirt and all that sort of stuff, take a knee, these campaigns, it's been going on since 1992. And then you think about, like, obviously black managers, like 4.4% black managers, all that sort of stuff. So it's like at some stage, these numbers have to change. So Rangers done well, to be fair, because when I finished playing at Rangers, they said, you know what, Stevie was ledge. Stevie said to me, JD, I know, like, realistically, you're going to play for another year. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you like a player coach role so that you get that experience, that coaching experience here. So when you leave Rangers, then at least you've got that year of a little bit of experience coaching. Because I remember before that, I said, you know what? Someone asked me a question about, are you going to go into coaching? I said, you know what? I don't want to waste my time. If I'm being honest, I would love to, because obviously I love football, but I don't want to waste my time doing my badges, all that sort of stuff, and then not get an opportunity. Then someone phoned me from Sky and said, can we do an interview? Because I heard what you said, and it's quite sad. I said, yeah, cool, no problem. And he said, so why'd you say that? I said, because there's been players before me that I speak to, like Les, Sol. I watched Dwight York. I've messaged Dwight. Dwight York, who's done more than, in terms of medals, who's won more than Dwight York and Andy Cole? Do you know what I mean? So why am I any different? So I said, I don't want to just sort of like do all this stuff, put the work in and not get a chance. But it's not stopped me. So I'm obviously doing my badges. I'm coaching at Tottenham. But I would like to think at some stage the numbers change and there are more black managers and black coaches.
That's what I wanted to ask you about, obviously, management, yeah? Would you want to, like, use your connections and go straight into a big job, or would you want to drop down into the Football League and work your way up or something? Or you just don't even care?
It's like anything. You know, if you get a first job, yeah, if you're working with good players, it makes your job a lot easier. what I mean? So it's got, for me, it has to be the right one for me. But then I think I'm not going to pick and choose and say, do you know what, I want to go to the Championship first, or I want to go like a Premier League job, because you just don't know what's out there. You don't know the opportunity. So if someone comes to me and be like, oh, this is a League One job, like, what do you think? And I look at the squad and I'll be like, okay then, it's League One and that, the squad's decent. What's the ambition? Or Championship, what's the ambition? That so I don't think you can pick and choose.
Because Sol Campbell did great at Macclesfield.
Yeah.
Paul Ince did great at MK Dons. But then it's like you go to a squad in a different league and the squad's not good enough for the league, then it's a different job. But
it has to be the right one.
To always make it be like, oh, that's his level. His level's League 2. His level's League 1. His level's Championship. But actually,
have you got your head around that players are like different from you? Because do you lose your head in coaching drills? Because obviously, I mean, finishing drills. Sorry.
No.
Because obviously,
I'll
there's
just
certain
in.
players who are looking, thinking like, why can't you do this?
Yeah, man can do that first time.
Yeah. Thierry said that, innit? Yeah. But I don't think I think you have to, like, you see when you start coaching, the ego has to go. You have to put the ego to the side, because I can't expect someone to be like, cause there's been a few times I've joined in the session, and the young players, they love it. Do you know what I mean? But I can't expect someone to be at that same.
But even
that
in
level.
the back of your head, you ain't seen someone do like a finish, and you thought, how are you so?
Yeah.
No, but always listen. It takes time, innit? Do you know what I mean? It takes time. I'm not saying like when I was 16, I was like.
Well, you did just say.
You did just say that.
You did just say that.
That's
You
how
said when you were 16.
Yeah, but it's not like. But when I was 16, but what I'm saying is, when I was 16, I'm not probably thinking every chance I get, I'm gonna score. You're gonna miss chances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then
Ian Wright might have been looking at some of his finishes, going like, he thinks he's so sick.
But right, no, do you know the maddest thing is, right? That for me, can you imagine, right? If you imagine growing up as growing up in the East End, loving Ian Wright, posts all over the wall, and then I walk into West Ham. The first person I saw was Wrighty, because Harry planned it. I know he planned it. Was Wrighty, and then when I walked in, Wrighty knew who I was. So can you imagine what that does for a 16-year-old? And then years later, the reason why I knew that is because Mark Bright, and Brighty told me recently, and then he actually said it in a documentary. So I was at Charlton when I was 14. So what happened? So when I come home from Lillishall, I go to Charlton and train with the first team at like 14, 15. And then we did a finishing session one day. And then I didn't know this. Brighty told me recently. So Brighty said he phoned Wrighty. I said, right, because they were like this from Palace. He's phoned Wrighty and said, Wrighty, I've just seen this kid, and he's you, basically. Like it's crazy. So obviously, Wrighty. So then when I was linked to go to West Ham, they're having these conversations. So Wrighty's like, so obviously Wrighty's thinking, I can't wait to meet him and see him, and so that's why he knew when I was coming. Like he knew, and he was sort of like waiting for me, because obviously Brighty told him.
Did you ever get that call, Jermain? You need to see this kid. He's you.
I've had. Do you know what? Brad Friedel said to me at Tottenham. He said, JD, Harry Kane's finishing. He said, he reminds me of you. The no backlift. Like, he said, Jay, when you leave this club. And then when I left Tottenham, I said to the kit man, I said, Steve, I said, you see this 18 shirt? I said, give it to Harry.
How many times are you going to change room and one of your teammates got a new hairline?
What do you mean?
Like they went Turkey or something?
Who did that?
Loads of times. Come in and that. Like, I'm just saying to the boys, like, hold on a minute. How you gone from skin fade? Andros, he's gone from skin fade.
No, he's the poster boy for transplants.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever had a better hair transplant.
He's got a good one. He's got a good
skin
one.
fade and that, and then you got like you putting Joe in your hair. It's mad.
Do you know who's good? Wait, you know who's good for it? Tottenham are good for putting young black coaches
Ugo
in.
Ehiogu
Ugo
he did
Ehiogu.
well before.
Chris
My
Hughton.
cousin Justin Cochran.
I spoke to Josh the other day.
Yes, my cousin.
That's my
right?
guy.
So
Top
Just,
coach.
Top coach. I think he's going to be an England manager. He's going to bring me in.
Bring you in and do what? What are you gonna do?
What would you? Literally, what would you do?
I got many roles. Yeah, mentally.
Denzel
Bro,
does
do your
that.
badges. Do
He
your
hasn't even got his
badges.
level 1. He ain't even got his level 1.
I'm halfway through my UEFA B donut.
You ain't got how? Without a level 1?
If you get your B, you can manage. With B, you can manage. You know.
He's a liar. He ain't got
You
none
can be a
of it.
part of a coach's. Yeah,
He's
your
got
B.
no badges. You know, his first aid is expired. His first aid thing. It's expired.
But yeah, I think Justin will go on to do well.
But we need managers as well, though, like who build coaching staffs with black assistants and black first team coaches, because that's again what's lacking is that pathway. Like Mick McCarthy had black coaches,
Right.
but it was like you would notice it.
Terry O'Connor.
Because not a lot would do
You
it.
shouldn't really, should
No.
you? Yeah.
I feel like they don't even want to. Do the ex-black man even want to manage though? Is there
No,
like-
they don't, man. We're always late. We kiss our teeth too
But why?
much.
But why? This is what I'm saying. But why?
Maybe it's a narrative that's been pushed out there, or maybe that the man them ain't vocal about it or something. But I can't think of bare black man.
But it's not just
I know
ex-players.
they're not giving it opportunities, but I can't think of bare black man or no, ex-players. I got to go if I don't know the random names. But I'm just saying that would like dying to manage, like actually trying to.
Yeah, I want to manage. I look at players that I played with, my generation. I look at players that I played with and they're managing, and for me, I just think
The first team you manage, I'm gonna support them.
Yeah, me too, man.
We're gonna be their hooligans.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Ultras, isn't it?
They're ultras. Yeah, start punching up, man.
Do people ever get onto you for the West Ham thing while we're here?
Yeah, but do you know what? Since then, bro, I've done so much. Like I did a documentary that's coming out soon. I've spoken a lot about it over the years, and people always say to me, "Oh, do you regret anything?" You know, I like to think that in life, yeah, things happen for a reason, innit? Listen, I've sat and I spoke about how I feel about West Ham. They bought me for all that money as a youngster, gave me my chance. If it weren't for West Ham, I wouldn't have played in the first team so young. There's no guarantee I would have gone on and played for all that stuff. So when I was young and I handed in a transfer request at West Ham, when my agent said to me about transfer request, I didn't even know what that was, because I'm just about football, innit? I'm just football. And I got to a situation where it was almost like it was taken out of my hands, because someone was said to me, do you know what? You need to do this because, and then they're not only saying this to me, but to my mum, my stepdad. So I thought, okay, then if you're telling me to do this, you're my agent, I trust you, then this must be like the norm. Then years later, all these years later, and then I look at it and I think, you handed in a transfer request 24 hours after the club got relegated. Like, if I saw a young player do that now, I'd be like, who told him to do that?
Yeah, 24 hours.
And the thing is as well, when the agent wrote the letter, the agent didn't come with me. I went on my own. He gave me the letter and I had to go on my own.
Who made it public?
Les Scott said this as well.
Yeah, I went on my own, and I knew, and it was the worst feeling, because it's something because I always think, yeah, if you're gonna leave a club, if a club wants you, they'll come and get you anyway, right? And
you were never playing in the Championship.
Yeah, but and I ended up staying there for a while. But I just thought, like, especially now, because I spoke about it so much, and of course there's gonna be times where when I play for Tottenham and I'm playing against West Ham, the fans are gonna give me stick. But then if I walk down the street, I bump into West Ham fans all the time. Like, they're cool. But I do look back and think, I wish I didn't do that, because I didn't want to do that anyway. No. Because I didn't want to go to the club that gave me a chance and say, 24 hours after you get relegated, and say, even if it was a month after, I'm asking to leave the club.
Do you think the club were more offended that it was like, bro, your value is not being a request. Your value is us knowing big clubs are going to come for you?
I think the club just looked at it and thought, who got you to do this? They actually felt sorry for me.
Okay, yeah.
Did you ever get close to joining the traditional top four?
Loads of times, like Liverpool, United.
What's the closest one?
Well, it's quite funny though, because United boys, a few times the United boys, even when I was at Sunderland, right?
Yeah.
When I was at Sunderland,
you lot had flipping. What's the Nigerian?
Lagolo.
Yeah, you could have.
When I was at Sunderland, I remember John O'Shea and a few of the boys said to me, JD, what happened that year? He was meant to come to United, and we all thought he was coming. Because I always knew when I was at West Ham, Alex Ferguson, like, even Rio says it now, said Fergie, like, Rio went to Fergie and said, what's happening with JD? And Fergie said, Harry's not going to let him out yet. He's young and he's got time. He's not going to let him go yet, all that sort of stuff. And that. So people just think, because the manager likes you, it just happens. You know what I mean? And to be honest, round about that time as well, I was linked with United. They bought Louis Saha, and he was... But you was going to get linked with clubs. Yeah. But then you have to force it.
Can I say on behalf of me, Bazza, Steve, and a few of the West Ham boys, we love you still. We love you. Yeah, you've met Bazza at the boxing.
I speak to Bazza all the time.
There you go. So
I'm meant to be going to the game tonight, innit?
Yes.
Tonight, meant to be.
There you go. Yeah, we love you still. We love you, mate.
Well, we're running out of time, so we're going to ask a few quick questions. Jermaine, one playmaker you could play with that you've played with in your career?
Modric.
Modric is the one.
It's the best.
What about the? I've got a question, serious question, because Andy Cole was trying to beat me up because of this question. Like, I say for strikers, 1-on-1 is an easy chance. It's not
hard.
Huh?
It's hard.
He said, huh? He said,
Andy Cole got mad at him, you know.
Do you know if you put a goalkeeper there now, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking to Andy Cole, you're talking to greatness, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you put a goalkeeper there now, you throw the ball to me and I'll just touch it and bang. Like, I don't have to look, because I know where the goal is. And I've been doing it for 23 years, so I know where the goal is. I don't have to look. But then if I stand over there, and you're giving the ball and I have to take a touch, I'm thinking, okay, where am I going to pull it? Where's the goalkeeper standing? Am I going to go round him? Is he coming off his line?
Too much thinking.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking about 3 or 4 things. But then, compared to, as opposed to, like, if you threat me, just go touch, bang, instinct. It's harder, bro.
So what you're trying to say is not 50-50?
No.
What's the percentage to you?
It's more in the keeper's favour, isn't it? Slightly.
No way. I'm saying it's 70-30, even 80-20
to the striker.
To the striker.
This is what we do, and everyone's watching. We'll do it. You do it whenever you want. We can wait till the summer. We're gonna get a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask someone at Tottenham to use the facilities.
Yeah.
We bring all the cameras.
PK.
Yeah. We get people to stand there to add a little bit of pressure to try and make it real. I'll join. And what we do is we do is, and we do like I'll do like a masterclass, different finishes.
This is class.
We do like different finishes.
And then when the 1-on-1 comes, that's the one that I'm gonna win. The other finishes I might get here.
Let me just ask a couple more quick questions. What's the best derby match to play in?
The Old Firm.
Old Firm, not Sunderland, Newcastle.
That's unbelievable as well. But the Old Firm, that's all of them are. But in terms of the atmosphere, and like from what I've experienced, and even what I was told before I went to Rangers.
Jermain.
Yeah, it's next level.
And lastly, do you hate international football? Because every time you started, scored multiple goals. Every time tournaments would come, managers would have an excuse as to why Jermain's not going.
Yeah, but but it's no different to you mentioned Benty.
Yeah, 100%.
There's one, the one I went to South Africa, and then you look at it and you think to have a better chance at a squad, because let's be honest, yeah, to win a World Cup, bro. Can you imagine the feeling? So then you're thinking, then it's not even about just you anymore. You're thinking, right, we just want the best squad. And there was times where, like, even one before, where me and Sean went to South Africa. Before that, Sean should have gone to another one. Benty should have, like, even years before, Wright should have gone.
Yeah,
Andy
exactly.
Cole should have gone.
Yeah. One last question: Haaland or Kane?
What?
Oh, Haaland or Kane?
I thought you said Hoyland.
Haaland.
Yeah. Well, so I'm pronouncing it Norwegian. I'm trying to get into pronouncing it the Norwegian way.
See again, see like now, yeah. For me, I'll say different players.
Yeah, but you got
You have to choose, you gotta
they only
choose.
start with one up front.
You gotta
Jermain
start one.
Defoe is the manager of this team.
Yeah.
And he needs to buy a striker.
He has to start one of these two. Who you starting? You need to win this game.
Harry, bruv.
Thank you. Boom with
H.
it.
What? Who is it? Kane.
Yeah.
Kane.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Do you know why? You know, because I think you see with Harry, yeah, like Haaland scores goals. Harry scores goals. But I just think, if Harry don't score, he would do something mad. Like he would drop in that number 10 position, and then he'll pass it to someone like a Kevin De Bruyne, and then we'll win the game.
Look, his pass the other day, little outside the boot.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like it's like, yeah, there's so much more. If you're gonna win the game, you need more than just like.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Well done, Jermain.
That is the right
Congratulations, Jermain. You know
You know
ball.
ball, you know
Legend. 5.com. Thank you for the legendary appearance, Jermain Defoe.
Underrated.
Underrated.
By you.